What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Beyond the Grave Media. This is Josh here, trying to talk to you like you're actually here. You're not. I hope I'm not annoying you. If I do, I can change my voice a little bit. I could really try to woo you and get you thinking about things that I think are pretty passionate, and then we could just really. Ultimately, though, I'm happy to have you here. It's Wednesday, it's hump day, and I don't have to work today because of reasons unspecified. So, what I thought we would do is we would go over what I think is the scariest movie of 2022, and my pick is going to piss a lot of you guys off. And I considered, there is better movies that came out in 2022. This one is the creepiest. Should I even talk about this? It's probably been reviewed and beaten to death. I bought 2 copies of it because some of my best friends up in Salem hadn't seen it, and I wanted to get them a 4K of this, and so I ended up getting 2 of them. I liked it so much I bought 2. I double dipped. What is the movie? Well, it's from 2022. It's made from some YouTubers that couldn't know what they were doing, right? I took my wife to see this in the theater. She had like a kung fu grip on my hand the whole time. It was awesome. That's what you want when you take your significant other to see a scary movie. We ended and she's like, well, that was horrible. I never want to see that again. God. Just on and on and on. But she ended up liking it. She thought it was a really effective movie. Some of the scenery and the vibes that it gives off were awesome. And what we're talking about is from 2022, of course, Talk to Me. So I was going to just kind of go through my phone and, pick what I thought are actually pretty good movies from 2022, and there was quite a few of them that I actually really liked. And then I was like, let's just go on the webpage and we'll look at them that way. So a couple of highlights for me that I think you should definitely check out. Everybody liked Barbarian, I think, for the most part. Barbarian premiered on Max or HBO. I hate Max. Hate that term. Came out on HBO, and it's kind of like almost like a horror thriller, kind of set from like the 80s, where somebody's living under the stairs and you're not sure what's going to happen. There's some interesting gore, pretty decent music. I really like that. I think, check out Barbarian if you haven't. I enjoyed X. Pearl was a pretty good follow-up. I know that everybody just loves this chick right now. She's pretty decent in most of her roles. Deadstream, liked it, didn't love it. I do love that it came out on Halloween. It's got its moments, and I think that if I could just get past that campy actor, I would like it more. Men is a trip. It's not going to be for everybody. I enjoyed Men. Piggy, the Spanish foreign flick about the girl who was just bullied and she just can't take anymore. Speak No Evil. This movie right here drives me up the wall. It frustrated me so bad, I probably want to just review it, but I made everybody I know watch that movie. I can't stand the way that the parents handled the situation, but Speak No Evil, it does what it's meant to do. And right next to that, Soft and Quiet, another one that if you're triggered by racial stereotypes or hate crime, hate speech, stuff like that, stay away from that movie. Well-made flick, horrible content, and it's effective. Not going to recommend that one to everybody. I like The Outwaters. A lot of people hated it. Found footage out in the desert, some sort of like Jim Morrison fever dream, not to touch the earth. I actually really liked what happened at the end, but you do got to sit through 50 minutes of annoying crap. Hatching was pretty fun. Another foreign flick, Hulu original, I believe. There's X. Love Ty West. Love Ty West. The Innkeepers, that's my jam. And The Sacrament. Love those flicks. Any other standouts here? Crimes of the Future I really like for David Cronenberg. I recommend that. The Menu is so much fun. The food tastes so great. I love it. I love the vibe. I love how stylistic that movie is. There was another one that came out. I think it was called Fresh. The Hulu jam about, serial dater gone wrong cannibalism flick. Check that out. That's another Hulu OG, I think. Wasn't a fan of Nope. I hated Skinamarink. I'm tired of talking about it. Am I going to watch it again someday? Maybe. Did not care for the new Hellraiser. Those are not my Cenobites. Yeah. So, and this is just the top. I know there was a couple of other ones that came out. Smile if you want every sort of cliche that you can have in a horror movie. be well made and actually be relatively effective, Smile's worth a watch. It's decent. But I don't think it's the creepiest movie on here. Umma's pretty fun also. I think that goes to Talk to Me. I don't think it's even close. So let's talk about why. So what you want, little Beastie Boys there. What I like about this movie, I liked everything about this movie. I liked the promotion. I liked what I was reading online. I liked the buzz, as they say. I liked the trailers. I was stoked to see this movie. So when I finally did, opening night, that first scene and the way that it's shot, there's some trigger warnings in there as well. I was hooked, man. I was hooked. I was like, this is going to get nasty. But then, as the movie starts going, I was like, I hope they don't try to make this funny or an allegory on drug use, which they kind of do. Or is it just going to be like, what is it? Scanners, right? With Julia Roberts and Kiefer Sutherland. Great movie. And it ended up being a little bit like that. But what I did not expect...
I'm here.
That scenes like that where you're in a dark room and all of a sudden the camera's panning and you're like, they're gonna pan to a jump scare, there's something bad that's gonna happen, this is gonna be a traditional horror movie, so over it. Why do they always have to do this to me? This is why I never go to the movies. I hate fucking movies like this. I start getting inside my own head. And then they do exactly what I don't expect, which is what I would want them to do. They do the slow pan and they don't stop. They investigate what's in the corner of the room, and it slowly, kind of drips into frame, like for this great reveal. And there's multiple moments like that, kind of like in The Exorcist, where you get flashes of Pazuzu on the screen. The demon, you get tons of that in here. And, watching the movie, it's very entertaining. It's plenty enjoyable. But what happened afterwards, when I got home, I thought about the movie for the rest of the day. My wife and I talked about it a lot. We had a great dinner. Things were going good. And then when it was time to go to bed, I do what I always do. I watch scary movies before bed or whatever. In that little recess of your mind where you're not sure what you've seen, I seen those images from the movie in my room. Call me crazy, right? I obviously know it was my imagination, but it worked. It was effective, and I was staring at the little light up in the corner like, her mom is in my damn room. Like, how did she get in here? Like, in my own head, I'm like, you're just tired. Go to sleep. It was an effective movie. Just, right? I loved it, and then I was like, oh my God, that movie was so creepy. I got to tell somebody about it. Guys, it's just brutal. It's just brutal what happens. I'll give you just a quick synopsis. Basically, or should we just watch the trailer? We'll just watch the trailer. We'll just talk over it. It's fine. So Talk to Me tells a story about Mia, who has recently lost one of her parents, and she is living with some of her best friends. And some of the people that she's hanging out with, they're playing this new game where they're able to talk to a medium by hanging on to the cast of their hand, their dead, preserved hand somehow, and then they're able to actually talk to this spirit. And I think they set time limits for how long they should do it, and no one's ever really taken it past like the 90 seconds to a minute mark before. So Mia, being pretty brave, decides to take it that way. Ultimately, I believe she wants to connect with a loved one. More than scary, this movie has a lot of grief. There's not a lot of humor. If there is, it's accidental. It's kids at a party drinking, using drugs kind of things. The movie itself, though, is covered in despair and grief. Not as bad as something like Hereditary, but still, it's there. So, Mia has this longing to speak to her loved ones, and she uses this dead medium to ultimately do that. And everything that can go wrong does go wrong, as obviously people become obsessed with the hand and talking to it, letting the spirits in. You're not always going to get the same spirit each time, and that is a real problem when you get someone malevolent and that wants to take you for a ride. Some of the forces they invoke are not fun, and I'll tell you, this movie just keeps coming after you and keeps coming after you. It's not perfect. There's things about it that I don't like. It's a little cliche, but for a first time from these dudes from New Zealand, these YouTubers, maybe they're from Australia, I don't care. They made a great movie. I like it. Call me basic, call me a Chad, I don't care. I thought it was incredible. I had such a good time watching this movie, and I'd highly, highly recommend it. So guys, I am a Talk to Me Mark. Call me what you want. This is the 4K Blu-ray that came out. I've also got the lenticular Amazon, collector's edition or whatever. This is the one with the slip. And I just thought the movie itself was awesome. Say what you want. I had such a great time with it. I've recommended it to a bunch of people. They all liked it. So that's pretty much it. Be on the lookout for some new stuff that's going to be dropping. I got some cool stuff coming your way. And as always, please like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Comment back to me right down in there. Talk some shit. I don't care. I can't wait to talk to you again. We're going to see you soon. Cheers.